So my name is Stanley, so I'm from the agency, and that is April Wong, so she's from the client side. So basically, I'll take you through what is it that we did to bring the Child's Champions ecosystem to life. So very simply, some of the biggest challenges that we were facing during that particular period was that Milo, while every home has Milo, but in-home penetration also dropped by 2%. And because of also some of the basic economic statuses, people were choosing other brands, lower brands, and they were also trying to shop in places like Mydin and Tesco where prices were cheaper. So these were some of the bigger issues that they were facing. Now, to sort of kick off the year, we launched this campaign called Own the Day. So basically, how is it that we're telling parents that, you know, this is how you can get your child to own the day if you give them the right start. And with that as well, what we basically did was the creative agency had come up with a TV spot, and that TV spot covered the basic formula of how Nestle Milo usually does it. You see the child wake up, you see the child goes down, has their cup of Milo, and then straight into the champion ecosystem and becomes the champion. But the reality of the situation is such that there's only so much that a TVC can do, and there's only so much that he can do in that 30 seconds, right? This transition from where the child goes down from the bed and has their cup of Milo and then becomes a champion is not really as simple anymore. Parents face a lot of difficulties in terms of understanding their child. What is it that the child needs? What are their need states? And you know, the trials and tribulations that they go through. So we realized that digital had to actually play a bigger role. It's not just about doing something else, it's about extending the story or extending the brand direction for the year into the digital platforms and being able to reach a bit more further, right? So one of the things, as you saw in the video earlier also, we noticed that parents tend to spend a lot of time watching videos on YouTube and online. And with that, we felt that, you know, maybe there's a bigger way that we can do this. So one of the things that we did was we took a two-step strategy. So in tier 1, we've got our hero content. So you've got your TVCs and all, then you cut them into your basic pocket 10-seconders and then even into your PPLs or PPVs, and we push them out, of course, to generate the views. But on digital, we wanted to have a bit more of a storytelling format. And let me take you through what that storytelling format is. Basically quite simple. In terms of it is we've got one universe that has got 5 different parents, and then 5 different ambitions and one main goal that all of these kids go through. And the way that we wanted to position it is that Milo, the role of Milo is not just in that drink that you have in that morning. The role of Milo is bigger than that. It's driving that ambition, it's driving the dreams of you to become the champion. So you have a single mother and a child. So in that particular episode, we had shown the difficulties that a single mother faces. You don't have a lot of time to prepare breakfast for your child. But what if you just give them the right start, right? Then we've got the bond between siblings, as you saw earlier. You know, there's sometimes that parental figure comes even from your siblings. You want your brother or your sister or your sibling to do better. Then we've got the role of a teacher. We have got a lot of students in this country who actually live in asramas and are away from their homes. So what is the role that that teacher can play in being their parental figure? It's as simple as just providing them the right start. And of course, then you've got the tiger moms. Tiger moms sometimes have a big expectation of their child. You know, my child must do this, must do that, but they forget that sometimes it's as simple as what the child basically needs, right? And this is where for this particular Sang Penari, we brought the friend aspect to it. And sometimes it's the friends that are there to help you, you know, find the need that you want. And of course, the last part, we have the Sang Pemana. In this particular case, we positioned it as a single father who's busy and is working and he's got to provide for the family. But it's the child who's the one who basically tells the father, Dad, breakfast is important. You know, I want to be like this and breakfast is important. I also want to spend that time with you. So we use these 5 basic storytelling formats to extend the role of what Milo, the brand, plays in driving that champion ecosystem. And of course, we used basic, these again are the hygiene stuff that we use. We used carousel ads to look at the fact that, you know, your child loses 80% of the energy when he wakes up from sleep, so how can you then give them that right start so that they can achieve their ambition? Then we also had different PPLs that we had pushed out to drive more interest towards the content pieces. And so this is basically the results that you saw. So again, we broke industry benchmarks of 7% of view-through rates on Facebook and actually achieved 26%. On YouTube, we had 33%. Earlier, we had a 2% drop in penetration, but we actually saw a 4% growth in share of throat in terms of the product in itself. Again, I think the views and the shares are the basic parts of it, but what I want to also sort of highlight here, Marketing Interactive also picked us during March 2016 to showcase the fact that Milo, during the period that we had launched this campaign, Milo Malaysia YouTube page was one of the fastest growing channels, and also the content, as you can see, on the day episode 2 was one of the top viewed content in the country during that particular period. And with that, I have 56 seconds.